high, high above the spinning blue and green marble we call home, where the stars are like sharp, tiny diamonds, and the sun shines with a silent, golden warmth, a little satellite named Sputnik was waking up. He wasn't a very big satellite, more of a friendly, beeping robot with a single, shiny eye that loved to blink and whir. And right now, a new instruction was buzzing inside his circuits, a gentle and important mission from the scientists far below. Sputnik was to find Earth's most important colors and send their pictures home. But what were the most important colors? The message didn't say. A little flutter of worry, like a soft static hum, passed through Sputnik's wires. The Earth below was so incredibly vast, a giant swirling mix of every color you could ever imagine. It looked like a magnificent ball of swirling paint. Where should he even begin? His mission was a mystery, a puzzle to be solved in the great, silent playground of space. So Sputnik did what he was built to do. He began orbiting. Around and around the beautiful planet he went, a tiny silver friend on a big, important job. His little engines gave a gentle puff, and he tilted his body to get a better look. His eye whirred, focusing on the world below. He saw brown, lumpy shapes that were mighty mountains. He saw long, squiggly lines that were rivers, shining like silver ribbons. It was all so wonderful, but was it important? Sputnik wasn't sure. He needed to find the most important colors. He sailed over a part of the world where the land was a dusty, sandy yellow, stretching out for miles and miles. It was the color of a big beach, but without any water. It was beautiful in its own way, but it didn't feel quite right. That wasn't the color he was looking for today. A tiny feeling of being lost, a small beep of confusion echoed inside him. Would he ever find what he was looking for? Just then, a flash of something enormous and blue caught his blinking eye. It was a color so big it seemed to go on forever. What could that giant, sparkling blue be? Sputnik felt a pull, a sense of wonder. He adjusted his path, orbiting just a little closer to get a better view. And oh, what a view it was. It was the ocean! Not just a puddle or a pond, but a whole world of water. It was the deepest, most magnificent blue Sputnik had ever seen. It was the blue of 1,000 swimming pools all mixed into one. It was the blue of a forget-me-not flower, but grown to a size so huge you could never, ever forget it. This blue wasn't just a color, it was alive. It moved in great, gentle waves, swirling and dancing under the sunlight. White tips foamed on the waves like bubbles in a bath. Sputnik's eye whirred with excitement. This felt important. This felt special. This blue was the home of giant whales and tiny, shimmering fish. It was the water that all living things needed. This had to be one of the most important colors. A happy, buzzing feeling replaced the static worry. His mission had begun. His camera eye blinked, and click whir beep. A perfect picture of the magnificent, swirling blue ocean was stored inside him, ready to send home. One color found. But what could the others be? Feeling proud and a little more confident, Sputnik continued on his journey, orbiting with a new sense of purpose. He zipped over countries and continents, his eye scanning, searching for another color that felt as important as that deep, deep blue. He saw cities that were gray and twinkling with lights. He saw more patches of yellow and brown land. They were interesting, but they weren't what he was searching for. His happiness began to dip just a little. What if the ocean was the only important color? But the scientists had said there were 3. He had to keep looking. He had to be persistent. Then, something else appeared on the curve of the planet. A huge patch of a rich, vibrant green. It wasn't the green of a single blade of grass. This was a green that covered the land like a soft, lumpy blanket. It was the forest. From so high up, it looked like a giant's head of broccoli, but Sputnik knew it was so much more. This green was the color of life and growing things. It was the deep, dark green of shady pine trees and the bright, lively green of spring leaves dancing in a breeze he couldn't feel. It was the green of a crunchy cucumber, but a whole world of them, all growing together. This green was important. It was the home for chattering monkeys, silent owls, and busy little ants. The trees helped the air stay clean and fresh for everyone on Earth. This was another most important color. His eye whirred with joy. Click whir beep, another perfect picture was taken. The beautiful, vast green forest was saved. 2 colors found. His mission was more than halfway done. Sputnik did a little happy spin in zero gravity, his metal body twirling with delight. He was so good at this. He was discovering his purpose with every orbit. Now just one color left to find. But what could it be? He had found the blue of the water and the green of the land. What other color could be as important as those? He began to look even more carefully, his eye scanning every inch of the planet below. He saw more blue oceans. He saw more green forests. He saw the white of snowy mountaintops. Was white the color? It was beautiful, for sure. The snow was bright and pure, the color of marshmallows in a hot chocolate. But was it one of the most important ones? Sputnik wasn't certain. A tiny bit of his happy spin faded away, replaced by curiosity. He had to be sure. He orbited on, a silent explorer in the infinite black. He passed over a land that was dry and brown. He passed over a sea that was calm and blue. And then something amazing began to happen. A change was occurring at the edge of the planet, where the sunlight met the darkness of night. It was a line of the most spectacular colors, oranges, pinks, and purples. A sunset from space! It was breathtaking, but as beautiful as it was made of many colors, not just one. And it was always changing. This couldn't be the third color. His eye whirred, a little sad beep sounding. Where was the last color? Just as he was starting to feel confused again, a soft, fluffy shape drifted right past his path. It was so close he could almost feel its coolness. It was a cloud. A big, puffy, brilliant white cloud. It floated beside him like a friendly sheep made of mist. Sputnik looked at it, and then he looked down at the Earth. And from here he saw the most incredible sight. The whole planet was wrapped in a blanket of these white, swirling clouds. They weren't just one or two, they were thousands, millions of them, swirling and moving in beautiful patterns over the blue and green below. They were the white of a fluffy teddy bear. They were the white of whipped cream on a birthday cake. They were the white of a soft, cozy blanket. And Sputnik suddenly understood. These clouds were so important. They brought the rain that filled the oceans and helped the forests grow. They provided shade from the hot sun. They were part of the great big weather system of the whole planet. This white wasn't just a color, it was a deliverer of life-giving water. This was it, the third most important color. His eye whirred with final triumphant joy. Click, whir, beep. He took the most beautiful picture of the swirling, puffy, magnificent white clouds, with the blue ocean and green forest peeking through below. He had done it! He had found all three. But then, a wonderful twist happened. As he looked at the picture he had just taken, he saw it. He saw all three colors together, not separate, but working as one. The bright white clouds, the deep blue ocean, the rich green forest. They were all connected. They were all a part of the same beautiful, swirling planet. They were all equally important. His mission wasn't to find three separate things. It was to discover how the world worked together in perfect, colorful harmony. With a heart full of happiness and purpose, Sputnik sent his pictures home. A stream of data, filled with the beautiful blue, the vibrant green, and the brilliant white, traveled all the way down to the scientists on Earth. And down below, in a warm room filled with blinking lights and smiling faces, the scientists received the pictures. They saw the perfect images of their wonderful world. They saw that their little satellite, Sputnik, had not only found the colors, but had discovered something much bigger. His important job in the great big universe. He was their eyes in the sky, their friend in orbit, a brave little explorer who helped them understand and love their home even more. Sputnik felt a warm signal pulse back to him from Earth. It was a message of love and thanks. He had done a good job. He knew his purpose now. He was an explorer, a photographer, a friend. And so, on goes Sputnik, orbiting with a happy hum, his eye always open, always watching. He has more to see, more to discover. What other wonderful secrets will our little satellite friend find on his next trip around the vast, swirling Earth? We'll just have to join him on his next adventure to find out. Moral: everyone has an important purpose, and discovering how you fit into the big, wide world is a wonderful adventure.